How's it going, gamers? Daybreaker Rein here, coming at you through your video scope, and I'm so sorry that this video took so long to get out. I've been meaning to do this video for some time, so I apologize that it's coming so late. We are literally 2 days out of my Extra Life campaign for this year, so I meant to get this video out as soon as I got my new setup stuff, and I put it off because I was just so busy this week, but I'm sitting down to do it now, so hopefully you guys bear with me. So this year's Extra Life, there's been a change that I talked about. I updated the whole page, the Extra Life donation page. I updated the whole thing. I linked it around. I don't know if anybody really took a look at it, but this video is to kind of let you guys know what's going on for this year's campaign. So what I did last year for the campaign, I decided that I wanted to get viewer engagement, as much viewer engagement as I possibly could. And so I set up a straw poll that people could vote on for a select list of games that I had in my library that I wanted to potentially stream over the course of October leading up to my game day marathon. Now, that didn't pan out as well as planned. I didn't have a really good capture device. That's been circumvented, so that won't happen this year where I just cut off halfway through or whatever. And I'll be trying to stay on top of streaming as much as I possibly can, at least once a day. And there's a reason for that. So this year, the voting poll has been changed. So the voting poll is still active at the moment. And what it's now for is the list of games is going to be games that I potentially look at for my 24-hour game day marathon in November, as opposed to something that I'm streaming over the course of October. Because for those of you who don't know and didn't see my Twitter post or potentially the video that I did about this subject, on St. Patrick's Day of this year, I lost my best friend, Andrew, otherwise known as Alu17, Alu21, depending on what social media platform you found him on or what game you found him in. He was a very dear friend to me. He was like family to me, and it came in a very chaotic time in my life, and it was just a swirl of emotions, and it took me a really long time to really address it. It took me nearly about a month or two, almost close to 2 months to really talk about it. And the mourning period for me, I think, has passed. I miss him greatly, don't get me wrong. He's always on my mind, he's always in my heart, and that is why I decided that this month and this campaign for this year is going to be dedicated to his memory. And so I wanted to look at games that I know he really enjoyed, and I thought it would be really cool to just play these games and sort of reminisce on him and try to tell you guys more about him as the streams goes on. There was some stuff that I didn't really talk about in the video that I made in regards to him, so I thought that this would be a prime opportunity to just reminisce. So hope you guys are all excited for this. So let's take a look at the games that we're going to be looking at. So for specifically my Extra Life streaming, when I do stream specifically for that, we're going to be looking at, over the month of October, we're going to be looking at Kingdom Hearts 1 from the Kingdom Hearts 1.5 HD remix on PS3. Now, I do have intentions to play Kingdom Hearts 2 and maybe Rechain of Memories, depending on how quickly we can get through the first Kingdom Hearts. I might be extending these streams a little bit past the hour mark. I might do 2 hours, I might do 3. It really just depends, because there's a lot of games I want to look at, but this is going to be one of the first ones because Andrew was a big fan of the Kingdom Hearts series, and it really sucks that he's not going to be here to witness Kingdom Hearts 3. So that's probably going to be another thing where I probably dedicate a lot of my Kingdom Hearts 3 streaming to Andrew's memory as well. And lo and behold, the guy called it. I mean, he knew that there was going to be a limited edition PS3 that they released for the game, and sure enough they did. And it'd just be so nice if I could actually buy it. But I'm content with the PS4 that I have now. I think, did I just say PS3, a limited edition PS3? I apologize, it was a limited edition PS4. My bad. I can tell where my mind is, holy crap. So let's look at the other games, guys. So I thought, what better way to revitalize one of my streaming series than to play a lot of the PS2 games that I knew Andrew really liked and we shared together. So that's what I decided to do. So the PS2 Dungeon will be coming back in full swing over the month of October. I don't know if the streams will be as long as my main Extra Life streams, but it'll definitely be within the same day. I'll probably be streaming for an hour and a half, depends on what game I decide to go with first and which ones I can power through quickly. So the games that we're going to be looking at, and I had to actually go pick up a couple of these, but we're going to be looking at Arc the Lad Twilight of the Spirit, which was one of the games that Andrew really liked. One of the very few RPGs he liked, because he didn't really care for turn-based combat RPGs. So this RPG, for some reason, really captivated him, and I decided that this would be a really cool one to check out and play with you guys. One of the few times I've actually done an RPG. There's a bunch in my PS2 library, but I haven't gotten to any, so this will be the first RPG that I get to. The next game that we're going to be looking at will be Seek and Destroy for PS2. This is like a tank warfare sort of game. I remember watching him play it, and he just absolutely loved this game. I think it was one of those ones that he actually grew up with prior to me meeting him. And he always wanted a copy of the game, so I actually ended up finding a copy of it at a place called Ralph's Records in Lubbock, Texas, that I really like to go to. It's one of my favorite retro gaming, retro-inspired shops that I love to visit. So it was really cool when I got him this particular game, and I ended up picking up my own copy when I was doing my own retro shopping so we could stream it together. Now, forgive me, because I have a lot of loose PS2 games, so I don't have the cases for these, and I kind of thought about maybe trying to shoot for the Redux, but I don't think it would get here in time. So for the moment, we're just going to look at the PS2 version of Rogue Trooper. This is definitely a game that I remember Andrew just absolutely loving. He was the one who got me into it. He was the reason I went and bought my own copy of this game, because it was just that awesome, and I really enjoyed it, and he did too. So I thought it'd be really cool to revisit this game. So we're going to be playing the PS2 version. There is a Wii version. I don't really care for that one, and I know that they did the Redux version of this, like an HD remaster for PS4, but again, like I said, I don't think I'd necessarily be able to track down a copy of it and get it here in a timely manner. So we're just going to focus on the PS2 version, and besides, that was the version that we both played, so I thought it would be more appropriate to actually do the PS2 version. The next game on the list, of course, another loose copy. This was another game he introduced me to that I really got into. The little bit that I've played of it is a game called 13. It's a comic-style first-person shooter, and it's actually really fun. I don't necessarily know why he liked this game so much, but it was one of the few first-person shooters, aside from some of the later Call of Duty entries, that he really liked. So I thought, again, another game that would be a lot of fun to pay homage to him and play through with you guys. So I hope you guys are looking forward to that as much as I am. And the last game won't be a PS2 Dungeon stream. It'll probably be under my Dose of Retro series title. I had to opt for this version because this was the only version of it I could find at the local shop at the moment. I was really trying to find a PS2 version of it, but unfortunately that just wasn't the case, so I just opted for this. But we're going to be looking at the original Max Payne, and you can see that the green is being cropped out from the case, but it's the original Xbox version of Max Payne. So it'll probably be under my Dose of Retro series instead of being under the PS2 Dungeon, but that's perfectly fine. I think it'll still have the same appeal and aesthetic. He was a big fan of the Max Payne series, so I thought that this would be a great entry to pay homage to him, pay tribute. So yeah, I'm looking forward to this, and it has one of the funniest moments that I remember watching him play this. And it's just when I get to that part, I'll explain it, but it was too good for words. It was one of those times where I wish wholeheartedly that I had like a camera recording at that moment. It would have just been fantastic. So I hope you guys are really excited for the upcoming Extra Life campaign for this year. I'm looking really forward to it, guys. It's going to be heavy, you know, because I'm doing this to honor my friend's memory, and so it's going to be a lot of reminiscing and a lot of just remembering us playing these games and talking about these games. So I hope you bear with me if I do get a little bit emotional, guys. I'm only human, so you know I can't always hide every single emotion that I have in me. But I hope you guys are really looking forward to this, because it's going to be a lot. It's going to be a lot of content coming out over the month of October. And anything we don't get to, we'll potentially look at during the 24-hour marathon. I thought that would actually be smart way to go about it. So there's a couple things I'd like to talk to you guys about in regards to the campaign. So in the description of this video, there will be a link, of course, to my Extra Life campaign. So you guys can feel free to check out that page if you want. No donation is required to watch my content or to be a part of my streams or to vote. All of that is completely optional. It's really on the viewer if they feel that this cause is worth donating to. So if you do, I really do appreciate it. You guys can check out the link in the description, as well as the link will be at the bottom of my Twitch page when I go live. But I'd also really appreciate you just to come by and say hi and check out the streams. Definitely during the 24-hour gaming marathon, that's going to be the best time, because it'll be like, I need the motivation to keep going. You know, I almost made it last year. I'm going to really shoot for that 24-hour mark this year. So another thing is that it won't be in the description of this video, but on the bottom of my Twitch page, there will be a link to a GoFundMe campaign that was made for Andrew's funeral costs by his Aunt Riva. So if you guys feel it on your heart to check that out as well, the link will be there and it'll be optional. You know, and again, you know, this is all on the viewer. I'm not holding it over anybody's head to donate. It's just I put those links there, and I'd like to get them out there as much as I can in case, you know, people feel it in their heart to donate. So one more thing I'd like to cover and let you guys know. So for this year, I had planned to do a sort of tier reward system for people who felt it on their heart to donate. And one thing led to another, and I became a full-time student instead of seeking employment. I'm trying to work towards a degree, so I wasn't able to really solidify the way that I wanted to reward people. But I did keep one tier. So for every single dollar donation I get, so $1 donations, every single donation that I get that's a dollar donation, I'm going to match that donation. So let's say 50 of my viewers or my subs, whatever you want, donate each $1. That's $50 towards the $200 campaign goal, and I will match that with another $50, and that'll be half of the campaign goal right there, so $100. So I hope that's a little bit more engaging for people, that to let them know that I'm going to be giving back and putting in what they also put in. So another thing is that every single donation, regardless of the value, I will be making a video in the beginning of January when I talk about my campaign for next year, as well as talking about how the campaign went this year. I will be doing basically individual thank yous to every single person. Now you can leave me a little message that you want. You can leave me like a name, or you know what you want me to say specifically. If there's anything specific you want me to say to you in the video, please keep the language to a minimum. If it's anything vulgar, kind of tone it down as much as you can, or don't have me say anything inappropriate. It's more just a thank you to you, and also a little bit of a way for fans to be a little bit more engaged with, because that's kind of like the big thing that I really want to strive for as much as I can as this continues to go on, is I really want more fan, viewer, sub engagement. So I thought that this would be a neat little way to tell everybody thank you. I haven't done that before. I really just kind of said, you know, hey, thanks to everybody who donated. I didn't go individually and say, hey, here's this guy, here's that guy, you know, and so on and so forth. So I wanted to do that this year, and I wanted to make a video in regards to that. So hope you guys are all on board for that. I think it'll be a fun little way. And of course, you know, if the dollar values are higher for most of my donations and I don't end up getting a lot of single dollar donations, I'll probably set a, you know, specific amount that I will donate to my own campaign, so that way you guys know that I am at least putting in something more than just my time, you know, to this campaign. So yeah, kind of important that I got that out there. So I hope you guys are all on board for that. I think that's everything for this video, guys. I really do appreciate if you gave it all a watch. I don't know how long this video is going to be, so I do apologize for the length if it's a little bit longer than my typical update videos. I really wanted to make this video and give you guys all the information that I possibly could in regards to this year's campaign. So I don't know what time I'll be streaming, so the best thing I can recommend is a link in the description will go to my Twitch channel. Go give me a sub, give me a follow, heart, and turn on notifications. That is the best way to know when I'm going to go live, as well as to check my Twitter feed, and because my Twitter feed I post every single time I go live. So I have to juggle classwork in between the streaming that I'm going to be doing over the month of October. Thankfully for game day, that is the week that I think I have off between this class and the next one. So I will have a little bit of reprieve there to be able to stream a 24-hour marathon and not feel like I want to die, you know, because I have class the next day or something like that. So really looking forward to this year, guys. I hope you guys are too. And I think that's going to be it for me. So as always, let's have the outro take us out. Thanks again for watching, guys. Alrighty gamers, thanks for watching. If you liked what you saw, please feel free to rate, comment, or subscribe. And if you want to check out any more of my content, please feel free to follow the links on the screen or check out any of the links in the description below. And as always gamers, this has been Daybreaker Rein, and I will catch you all in the next one. Take it easy, everybody.